my name is Jennifer. Welcome to my channel, Seawool Herbs and Tarot. Today I'm going to talk about 5 books and that would be great for the beginner herbalist, the person looking or interested in herbal medicine. Where do you start? That is a big question, and there's a lot of books out there. The first one I'd like to recommend is Rosemary Gladstar's Medicinal Herbs. It's a really great book for beginners. It has lots of wonderful color. It's like a full color book. It's got color pages. It's got color pictures of the herbs so you can easily spot and help you start identifying the plants. There's wonderful recipes and also like intro to medicine making, how to make salves and tinctures and herbal pills and composts and poultices, a little history about the author and how she got into herbal medicine. I think it's a really overall great book. I did a review of it on this channel and I'll put a link in the description if you want to hear a little more. The second book is also about Rosemary Gladstar, and this is Herbal Healing for Women. And this is just an excellent book for if you want to dive deeper into what women need herbally. It's got herbs for pregnancy, it's got herbs for if you're a teenager, it's got herbs for menopause, as long as wonderful recipes like crone candy, hot flash remedies, and it's got a description of all the herbs covered in the back. There's a wonderful section on endometriosis and fibroids, which is unusual because that is not often covered in many herb books, and so I found that really nice. If you're dealing with those two issues, this would be a great book to pick up. Of course, she goes over the medicine making, how to make oils, how to make tinctures, how to make salves and everything. So it's all sort of in one book, but with a focus on women's health. The next book I have is Healing Wise by Susan Weed. If you follow my channel, you may know that I have an herbal book club that we are reading this book in. So if you're interested to know more about this book, we are on part 24. So there's, we're really going through a nice, in-depth journey through this book, and so I welcome you to check it out. I am live on Thursday, and we are live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it just is depending. There is a Facebook group if you want to keep up with when it's going to be. I work retail, so my hours flip-flop a lot. So this book is really great. She talks about 3 traditions of healing, 3 ways to look at herbal medicine, and the wise woman tradition, the heroic tradition, and the scientific tradition. So it's a neat introduction to these ideas behind herbalism and how we our Western medicine doc is more follows the scientific tradition, where our kind of medicine woman out in the cabin in the woods is probably doing the wise woman tradition. So there's just ways that we think about herbal medicine, we think about health, and we think about our bodies. So that is the first part of this book, and then she goes into she covers several very common herbs and medicinals that you can find literally in your backyard. She goes in depth with them and their uses, and then in the back is of course the medicine making section. So how she makes her salves, how she makes her tinctures, how she makes her oils, etc. She also has a lot of other books, and I'd highly recommend. She does have a very kind of poetic writing style, and the first part of this book is pretty dense. So it's, you know, it's going to be a read that you would read sort of slowly and you know, really ingest what she's saying. She does distill the 3 traditions, herbal traditions, into their essence. So you would probably find them in the real world in sort of a more diffused version. But you know, it's really, but I think it's really helpful when you're first like trying to encounter these ideas to hear them sort of in their most pure form. So this next book is a big one, and it's The Organic Medical Herb Farmer. And this is actually by Rosemary Gladstar's daughter and her husband. And it's a good book if you want to actually farm medicinals for a living. If you want to, like, I want to grow, you know, a lot of calendula and sell it, you know. But it's also really good if you just want to plant them for yourselves, because it has all of the how to grow it, you know, and all the tips for growing these herbs. And that can still be really important for the home grower and everything else. And if you're just like a farming nerd too, like I just, so even though like it's not exactly 100% for the beginner, I feel like it'd be a really good book to have as a reference in your collection. And also, like, yeah, if you wanted to jump in and grow some of these herbs, that would be really great. And this last book is Botany in a Day. And this book is, so botany is pretty complicated, but this book breaks it down and you know, is supposed to help you learn about how to identify these plants and how to start understanding botany. Now, I have to admit that I have not read this book, and it's a crime, but it is on my list to read, but I'm not shy about recommending it to someone who's just learning, because I already know, I've heard from other herbalists that it's an invaluable book when you're trying to learn botany and when you're trying to identify and learn your plant families. So that is Botany in a Day. Alright, well, thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. What are your favorite herb books for, you know, what was your book that helped you the most? What was your favorite herbal book that helped you the most when you were first starting to learn herbalism? Let me know in the comments. Or if there's like a favorite herbalism book that you would recommend for somebody who is just starting out learning herbalism. So yeah, put it in the comments, let me know, and